Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at Etrailer, and today we're taking a look at the Roadmaster Hi-Lo Adapter for flat towing your vehicle. Now this is going to offer a 10¼ inch rise or drop. Now when flat towing a vehicle, you'll have your tow bar attaching to your base plate to the hitch on your RV. Now something that you may or may not know is the height difference needs to be within a 3-inch range. So when I took the measurements of our customer's RV and their vehicle, we had quite a bit of difference and we needed a way to adapt it. So the best thing you can do to determine which drop you need is actually measure from the hitch pin hole to the center of where your pins would go on your base plate and do the math to figure out the difference. Well, we determined we needed 12 inches of difference as we had 26 and 14. So we needed something that would get us in that range, and this 10¼ inch drop does just the thing. Now this is going to be for a 2-inch hitch receiver on the RV side. It's also going to have a 2-inch receiver on the opposite side of the drop. Now we do not have a pin and clip that comes with this, but there's plenty of options available here at Etrailer if you need to make that attachment. So we have a reducer on this 2.5 inch here to make our 2-inch fit perfectly. So I'll just slide this in, get our pin and clip in place. Now with the Hi-Lo adapter in place, you can see that it's actually almost level here with our base plate. So that's going to make it in that safe range for our tow bar to operate safely. And this Hi-Lo adapter is extremely sturdy in the fact that this shank is actually solid. All of it is steel, and it's also made in the US. On top of that, it's also black powder coat finish, so over time, that road grime salt or any debris should keep this still protected with that powder coat fighting against it. Now as far as specs on this Hi-Lo adapter, they're pretty good, and it should be plenty fine to flat tow most vehicles because it has a gross towing weight of 10,000 pounds, which is a good amount, especially for the Equinox that we have specifically today. Now it also has a 400-pound maximum tongue weight, so that's a decent amount of weight that it can handle. Now with that, you also want to make sure that you do not put a ball mount on here and try to tow a trailer. It's not intended for that. This is specifically for flat towing vehicles, but if you have this already on here and maybe you're not flat towing your vehicle for the weekend, you can actually put a cargo carrier or bike rack. Now it is going to reduce that actual tongue weight down from that 400 by about 50%, so keep that in mind when loading up your accessories, not to overload this. Now I mentioned earlier that we do need a hitch pin and clip for mounting it up into your actual trailer or your RV receiver, but also you're going to want to pick one up for your bottom one. A lot of times your accessories or your tow bars will come with one, but if they don't, you're going to want to pick up a 5/8, and that's going to be the same diameter as the one up top. You can actually flip this over to get that 10¼ inch rise. Now, I do find that to be a rare instance where you're actually needing to raise up to attach to your towed vehicle, but it is possible depending on the configuration of your RV and vehicle that's being flat towed. So if you do notice that the height of your hitch on your RV is quite a bit different than the base plate on your towed vehicle, this is going to be a great option for you. Now something I will say before hooking up your tow bar is you may notice with this big of a drop, you may need to pick up some longer safety cables or some safety cable extensions. And we have a bunch of those available here at Etrailer, and that way you're not overstressing the cables and you can actually hook them on and know that they're going to be safely on there. And that was a look at the Roadmaster Hi-Lo Adapter for 2-inch hitches with a 10¼ inch drop.